Hey, what is going on, you dead set legends? We thought we'd get together and have a bit of fun. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we're going to predict the rest of 2023. So try and fix a microphone without falling it over. As you can see, I'm the Aussie Arm Wrestler, the founder of live commentary. But we're not going to talk about that. We are here for a bit of fun. We're just going to talk about having a good old laugh. And I am here with the CEO of the HDI, and I'm talking about Uncle Jon. What is happening?
Well, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, 2023 continues to giveth. Its breast burst forth with the milk of life for us all to suckle at the teat of the arm wrestling gods. And boy, there's just floods of shit everywhere in this sport. And half the time I love it and half the time I hate it. And I think it's time, I really think it's time that we all take a moment to look to the future. What does the future hold for arm wrestling? And I'm talking the next 12 months, right? Rest of 2023.
So has it been a big, it's been fantastic, the start of 2023. Well, let's call a spade a spade. It's also been a huge dumpster fire as well. Back in the day, it was amazing when Moses parted the seas. But at the moment, we're getting the great divide in arm wrestling. So not only are we going to predict matches, but we're going to try and predict just things that would happen. And give us your bold predictions in the comments. At the moment, Lucha Pagliacci says, bold prediction, the WAL returns. I hope you're right, Lucha. I hope you.
What do you think if I forced you to give a likelihood of the WAL returning in 2023? So December rolls around, wham, bam, thank you. There's all these rumblings, all these rumors that have been going about, and boom, we got a massive WAL event for December, Christmas, whatever it may be. What's the possibility?
About 0.27%.
It hurt my heart. I agree, actually. I think it's extremely unlikely, but boy, would I be happy if it happened.
I would knock over my camera with my huge heart on if that had happened. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love it. Connor Ellis is in the chat, and he says that Levan will be defeated this year. That's his bold prediction. And you know what? He's got a tough task later on in the year. And if I'm dropping hits, Uncle Jon,
hits.
Aussie Arm Wrestler just might know who the one's next opponent is after Morozov.
Really?
Just
really
out there. Just my vote out there.
Really?
So everyone, give us your bold predictions. Thanks for joining this spontaneous live. And our manager is in there, Phil Woody UK. Phil, you sent me a message while I was in Norway. Very interested to see what the follow up for that was. But we'll keep that private. Red Hot Chili Peppers is in the chat. Ready Bang Bros, you dead set. Fucking legends. Absolutely loving it. The tipster in the house saying another awesome night, Aussie and Uncle Jon. Thank you very much. Peter's in the chat saying ready bang. Sean's prediction, we finally got it. Ryan Bowen.
Ooh.
We'll beat Levan.
Slightly higher chance than WAL coming back.
Yes. Matt Mask makes a massive comeback.
Love to see it.
I hope so. I love Matt Maskington. I think he's great.
I want to see the comeback start at this East versus West qualifier that's happening in Toronto on April 8th at the El Macumbo. It's going to be awesome. It's like the stage where Stevie Ray Vaughan played and U2 and Meatloaf. He would do anything for love, but he won't do that. But I likely will do that because I'm going to be there. Table Monkeys are putting it on. It's going to be a good time. So I'm looking forward to him pulling. He's going to pull the tournament.
Ah, good on him. What a champion. Yeah. What else have we got? Evan McGowan goes 0-14 for the year.
The odds are going up. Odds are going up as we go. Likelier and likelier.
Absolutely. The tipster reckons Dave will beat Devon. So there's little murmurs going around. We'll just quickly talk about that just briefly before we start getting our proper bold predictions in. Devon said that it's going to happen. Well, it's most likely going to happen.
Yeah.
Or you'll hear it soon, or you might see it soon. Do you want to see this match, John?
Love it. Love it. I think there's still a lot of questions. Devon, I watched the interview with him and Paul, and Devon said it, and I agree with it. Like, Devon's a much different person now, strength-wise, arm wrestling-wise. He's gone through a lot of things, as has Dave, okay? And there's always been a black mark on that match because it was with the WAL. And everybody knows that Dave was very, very dominant. Like he's always dominant, but he was much more dominant at that time in Europe than he was in North America. And people gave that up to the fact that the pads were bigger. The King's move was allowed in a more significant way. And that's what did Dave in. So would I like to see it? Absolutely. Yes, I would. And absolutely, I want it to be 6 rounds. That's what I want to see in that. So we come a little bit closer from WAL to a more realistic rule set, but we still have best of 6.
Yeah, so that's a kick at the table. It's an arm gods. It's an arm wars. Love it. Absolutely. We'll get a few more and then keep pumping in your predictions because we've got some really, really good ones. Ready Bang from Tony Cowser. Ready Semi Bang from the Stizzies. Just taking it easy today with the semi. Matt Mask will get on the gear. The captain crushes Aussie. This is my secret weapon. The captain. He would. He's a very strong dude. He'd crush me easy. Very strong guy.
Wow.
Loves arm wrestling. I'm trying to get him on a table. Free Uncle Jon and Aussie.
Are we captured? Are we on lockdown?
Well, do as we say or else. I mean,
to the dungeon.
I mean, politely. Prediction here quickly. I predict Reno Masick will be at East versus West. What else have we got? Ready, bang. Betting apps to do. Alrighty. So my first prediction, I think that the strongman phase will fizzle out.
Ooh.
I don't think we'll have many, if any, strongman at all, come into it. I think they've came. I think they're starting to keep an eye on things and seeing how it's a bit not what they like. Because strongman's the same. Can get a bit toxic at times, like any sport.
Yeah.
But then they're like, why would I go to something with less coverage, just as toxic? So I think it'll just... I hope I'm wrong.
It won't be worth it to them, you think?
Yes.
Well, I mean, okay, so let's do a point counterpoint because I agree with you to a certain extent. My counterpoint would be I think there are more strongmen who are retiring. And I think that might be our saving grace, is that the guys that are retiring still want to get that jolt, still want to get, a little tingle down underneath. And arm wrestling might be able to give that. I think of guys like, Rob Frampton. Rob Frampton is probably, unless you count Larry,
Yeah.
Larry doesn't really count. I mean, he's like, we're talking about like world strongman level guys. Rob Frampton participated, world's strongest man. And he, in the last, so I pulled him last year, at the end of last year, was amazingly strong. I saw him again in January, and he's like really pushing hard. I can tell he's coming in, he's understanding things a lot better. But I think it will be very, very difficult for some of those guys who have been used to making strongman money, which right now is way more than arm wrestling money, and have to come in and then, work it back up. Unless you're so big like Eddie, where you could probably get a significant shot of money just for showing up.
Well, that will get me to my next prediction, but my subheading prediction is sound effects will get even better from Uncle Jon.
Do you like how it trails off? It hits hard and then
it goes off into the wind. Pin the like, legends. What else have we got? Everyone's saying hi to each other. Just a couple of quick predictions. Jerry Carteret beats Hermes at East versus West 8. I love. Yeah, we'll do some matches predictions as well. I like that one. That's going to be a great match. Devin and Braun Strowman will never happen because Braun Strowman felt how strong Devin is. But you were talking about like a big significant amount of money. So my other prediction is one arm wrestler this year. No, someone will have an arm wrestling match this year and get paid 6 figures.
Whoa.
I think someone will make $100,000 on one match. And I'm not being funny, and it's not like, $100,000 Japanese yen and things like that. I'm talking about US currency or close equivalent back in, as low as Australian $100,000 and as high as 100,000 Great British pounds.
Right.
I just think
that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money.
And I don't think it's a good thing.
No, well, I mean, I'm always happy to see arm wrestlers get paid, right?
Correct.
The question is that a good business model?
No. Because once you start sniffing around and finding out how much everyone else is getting paid, you start it's the same in any sport. Hang on. Yeah. You've signed me to a 3-year contract, $6 million a year, but I'm a better basketballer than Uncle Jon. Turn that 6 into a 9, thank you. And then it just goes from there. Or you value yourself underneath. Okay, this person's getting $100,000 for an arm wrestling match. Well, I reckon I'm half as good as them, so I want $50,000. But I think I've got a few ideas, but I'm not going to name names, but I've got a few ideas.
Well, okay. Well, let me just run through who it would be, who could possibly merit the 6-figure mark. And let us know in the chat, guys, who is worth $100K. So Devin's got to be number 1, right? Devin is probably number 1. Levon, number 1 in the world. You would have to think he's right up there, reigning, defending. Please acknowledge this man early and often. That is Levon. I could, in a certain world, I could see with a certain opponent, I could see Dennis. I don't know if I could see Dennis. Maybe Dennis. Who else? Help me.
Which gives me to my third prediction. I think this is a good one. I think arm wrestling will land another big YouTuber.
Say that one more time.
I think arm wrestling will land another big YouTuber. And I'm talking in the millions of subscribers.
And like, what genre are we pulling from here, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know, but I just feel that we can get that someone will just come, whether it be through Devon's connection and get them on the table, and at say a super match, and say at a king of the table or something like that. You know,
Perhaps
I just
a Joe
think,
Rogan type of situation,
oh, geez, if we've got
right?
Joe Rogan having a match,
Right? Uh-huh.
imagine if we were calling a Joe Rogan match.
That'd be all right. That would be all right.
No, we're not against arm wrestlers making bank. It's more like, where's the money going to come from? What's the sacrifice? And then the follow on. We want arm wrestlers to make bank. We're definitely not against
the
it.
second sentence
We're very
is exactly
happy
what
that
we
they're getting paid.
The second sentence of that is exactly what we said, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the problem is it a good business model? Because there's no way that I can imagine right now the viewership can constitute one player being worth 100,000. I just can't. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I would imagine that the pay-per-view buys are not covering that much.
No, unless it's a one-off match.
Yeah.
And that's your
right.
That's your thing.
Right.
How you going, Arm Anderson? You just got home from work. Hope everyone in the chat's going well. Hope everyone here is going well.
Hey, I just saw John the Savage Tarian checking in. I saw that a bunch of the boys are arriving for Arm Wars.
Yes.
Iron House 3.
Where is it?
I realized today, as I saw the pictures, I realized that because I felt like I knew and had talked to Neil and Jody about a month ago to let them know that I wasn't going to be able to make it because of the passport issues and whatnot. And I think I turned off the part of my brain that thought about it because it was just so upsetting to me to not be a part of Arm Wars this time around. And then when I saw the pictures, I was like, God damn it. But I am excited to see it. I think they're doing I don't want to tell you the timeliness of the event, right? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I've been told it will not be live, but there will be content coming out on the members page on Saturday. So they're doing some matches during the day. Those will be put together kind of in I don't know if it's a proper term to say, a rough edit, but still a James Statham edit, but a rougher one than you're used to. And then those will be put out on the members channel on Saturday evening-ish, pending time zone.
So keep an eye on it. If you're an Arm Wars member, definitely keep.
Oh, Sunday.
Keep an eye
That's Sunday, John says. Sunday evening. Thanks, John.
Oh, well, that's annoying at that time. Because Sunday evening, I'll be live with Tobias Barong. Tobias Barong. So maybe we can all go back and forth. But he'll be coming on the show. Also, we're going to do an auction on Maximum Bang Monday for another card.
Woo.
So spread the word there. Spread the word. So Captain Obvious says we should offer Joe Rogan VIP tickets to attend. Yeah, you've got to pay him.
Yeah.
He's not just turning up. Oh, I've got these VIP tickets. Do you want to go?
Our best bet is that he, for whatever reason, becomes enamored with something about arm wrestling, whether it's Devon or whatever it is, and then he comes in willingly because he's truly interested. And that's going to require some serendipity, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone keep getting your predictions out of there. Get your predictions out there. Good to see some people fresh as a daisy. Looking forward to the Iron House videos around Christmas. that joke will never get old. I like that. Yeah. Pseudonym. Joe Rogan has already met Devon, so the eye is there.
Yeah.
Just quickly, have you decided if you're streaming on the commentary? I got a month to sort it out. I'm working some things behind.
We have to let everyone forget about it and then remember it and get mad about it all over again. So I'm gonna ride this out. I'm gonna drag it out.
Yeah. Benji Max in the chat. Where did that one go? Benji Mac. Yo, yo, yo. How you going, buddy?
It's going to be on the same time as the fix would normally be.
Oh, yeah. So I made sure I was before the fix because I didn't
Nice.
want to clash with the fix. So that's pretty good. Make sure you get the likes up, guys. Let's pin that like. Let's pin that like button. John, have you got any bold predictions?
Bold predictions. Well, this is not a new prediction. We were doing some predictions last year, and I said 2023 is going to be a very volcanic year. That was my prediction. I thought that things were going to get very murky and reckonings would happen. So this biggest prediction of all is that there will be a reckoning. Okay. What does that mean? A reckoning will be that it might happen with this live commentary thing with Engen. And it might happen with another promoter. It might happen later on in the year. It might happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but somebody with a lot of control over the community is going to kind of trigger an event where the group split, but it's going to change the way we do business in arm wrestling. It's going to change the way that we report on it. It's going to change the way we talk about it. And I do think that's coming down the line. So it's going to be very important for everyone to vote with their eyes and their clicks and their dollars as to where you really want things to go.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. I mean, we can already see it now. We hope that we're wrong and things like that. Stizzy's with you, John. Says, I believe 2023 will be the rise and downfall.
Yeah.
Many different YouTube channels, chaos of late.
We're in a boiling period right now, right? Like everything is getting hot. The drama content is like boom, boom, exploding out of people's penises all day long. And I will take credit for being at least somewhat near that. With the content I've been putting out there, but it is working, and that seems to be what people really want. So that is another prediction, is that content is going to be all over the place this year. Content will continue to go up and down. It will likely have periods of clickbaitiness, which is what we're kind of in right now, and it will morph and it will change. I don't know where it's going to go. If I did, I'd be ready to make about $1 bazillion.
Oh, of course.
The way we engage with arm wrestling is going to change, specifically because up until the last year, most of the people talking on YouTube about arm wrestling were arm wrestlers, right? Now we have a lot of people who are pure fans, right? Or maybe they dabble a little bit, right? Or they're very, very, very new to the sport, which I am in full support of.
Absolutely.
But the way information is interpreted and looked at will be different, and it will change. So very interesting times.
It definitely is a very, very interesting times. It'll just once again, John, we've been through a wave like this before.
Yeah.
We've seen, get flooded, and then people run out of whether it be drama or just content in general.
Mm-hmm.
They just run out of things to do, and then they disappear. So it'll be very, very interesting to see. I hope everyone can just band together. So, I hope everyone can band together and get it done.
Well, that's going to be the thing. So even if everybody does band together, what does that look like? Right? What does it look like? What does a functional arm wrestling community look like? I don't really know.
Maybe about 12 months ago.
Yeah, 12 months ago we were functioning somewhat normally.
Well, 12 months ago. Now we're in a stage where every channel's, it's very easy to make a arm wrestling channel. And if you're consistent, chuck a bit of drama and content in there, you can get monetized and things like that. And good on people for getting on board. That's exactly how we started. Mm-hmm. But yeah, now that just that's what comes with the Great Divide. Now, what would it look like? I don't know, because we're at a stage now where we're having pay-per-views almost twice a month.
Yeah,
if we go through the list, let's say there's 4 East versus West, 4 King of the Tables. AWE are about to have their second promotion in July, and they've already had one. Arm Gods has had one, and they're about to have their second one. Mm-hmm. Monster Factory's booked for 3 this year. Mm-hmm. So they've had one, and they've got, I think it's September and December. Yep. Tim Talmadge just said he's having a pay-per-view. We saw Be Strong Arm Wrestling just have a pay-per-view. Arm Wars have their members-only content. Yeah. I'm up to 18 now. I'm up to 18. What have I... Magda with her We the North in August.
Yeah. Well, even the East versus West qualifier that I'm doing in Toronto, the final 4, it's all going to be round robin, and they're going to have that as a pay-per-view. So it's like even these events, they're finding ways to turn a tournament event into a pay-per-view event, which I think is very, very interesting.
Yeah. So we're about 20 pay-per-views. So it's just going to be hard. I think it'll get to a stage where, people will have to bump up their price and buy out all the other promotions, which isn't great because then we get less pay-per-views. But it's like, hey, I'm going to pay you an extra $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 more, but don't pull the month before at another event,
right?
And stuff up my match, because we're giving you the big bucks. So, yeah. And then you look at... Go on.
It's so interesting to think about, okay, where is the structure and what will the sport hold, right? So obviously right now we're kind of holding 2 like mega pay-per-views, right? You got East versus West and King of the Table. Those are like the heavies, right? And then you have like a kind of a lower level, and I don't mean lower quality. I mean just it's not perceived as being as big. So like Monster Factory, Arm Wars, Arm Gods is in there, and then you can kind of go down in the levels. And I'm interested as these things grow, and where will the critical mass be? Where will it be, and how can I be as far away from it when it happens?
We just need more stars. We just need more stars. Like if you want to sell your pay-per-view and things like that, at the moment, maybe 6 people sell pay-per-views.
Right.
And then the rest of the card help bulk it up and make it exciting. So, or we need to somehow take the Monster Factory type scenario and get big major sponsors. Like they've done very well in order to get some big major sponsors. So
hey, I saw my former opponent Jody Chocolate Thunder Williams is in the house. What's up, Jody? I hope you made your way over across the ocean there just fine and dandy. I was thinking about it for Jody because he lives on the West Coast, so that's like an extra 6 hours of flying. Terrible. Ugh.
6 hours.
6 hours. It's 10 hours total.
Oh, so, you rookie.
I know. You're the travel queen. I know. We get it. Boo-hoo. You get to fly all over. Blah, blah, blah.
It's not about flying all over. It's just our little island over here is just too far away. I'll tell you what a good prediction is. I predict in 2023, plain food will make me throw up.
Yes, most likely.
Shit is disgusting. Robert Gould wishes that there was a pay-per-view event with elite pullers every weekend.
I mean, so do I. That would be great. We just need more eyeballs. We need more eyeballs. More eyeballs equals more wallets. Eyeballs have wallets.
Yeah, so it's if it is every weekend, then I probably won't want to leave Australia.
Yeah.
Because it'll most likely be at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. my time. So then I still don't have to miss the weekend with the family. So I would like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Evening Shaggers 2023 is
Yeah.
already weird as frig. Absolutely, mate.
It
It's
is.
absolutely blown up. It's been great, but it's also, like I said at the start of the show now, it's been an absolute dumpster fire. An absolute dumpster fire. What else have we got? Everyone's just saying g'day to the Neil and blah, blah, blah. And this guy says that this is so boring.
Oh, I hate it when I'm broing.
Yeah. Mate, everyone from Arm Wars is joining in.
Austin, what's up?
Austin with his incredible match against the Juggernauts in the house, which is good.
Oh,
Jeez.
man, that's going to be a good match.
Well, we've done some of these big bold predictions.
Yeah.
Arm Wars is this weekend. Let's fire off a couple of matches that we're aware of. And
yeah,
my big bold prediction is the world knows who Sam Burnett is, and we finally have an Australian arm wrestler that people talk about.
Who is Sam pulling?
Oh, I did know. I can't remember.
We got the entire Arm Wars gang in the chat. Who is Sam Burnett pulling?
Let us
know. Did you hear that that the Strawberry Cough is not going to be at Arm Wars?
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So there was a members only video a couple days ago, and Neil messaged me, and apparently something happened with his passport, and he couldn't get it. He couldn't get in.
Oh.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Oh, Neil just sent me a video of them. Oh, they're all watching on the big screen.
Are they really?
Yeah. Hold on. I wonder if I can. I can't share my screen.
Hello, Arm Wars. Hello, Iron House.
I can't share screen.
No, so, we're talking about Joel Cagle, the Chicken Man, the
Chicken Man. He couldn't go. So in the video that Neil sent me, we got Jody, we got Austin, John Terrian, James Statham. Nice setup.
Whoa. Have they all paid for the pay-per-view? Have they all paid for this pay-per-view?
I don't know.
You guys got to pay for it. They're all bloody watching it. What's going on, you Dead Set Legends? So yeah, all right. Well, while we're there, who's on the couch, and we'll give them a bit of excitement. We'll talk about their matches. I'm with you, Swisher Sweet. I'm very excited to see Sam get a match, get his shoot his shot. So who's on the couch?
All right. So on the couch, number one guy on the couch is Austin Jaggers.
Oh, he's got moves like Jaggers. Oh, another Arm Wars person in the house. I'm versing mine on the right arm, Josh Davis on the left. Oh, Sam.
Oh, that's a welcome to Arm Wars setup.
Wow,
right there, dude.
That's you're getting punished because Neil hates Ryan. That's what those matches are. It's like, I can't punish Ryan, so I'm taking it out on you.
Dude, Sam Burnett versus Josh is interesting, but Sam Burnett versus Maynard is like a car crash just on purpose, just for the fun of seeing it. I like that a lot.
That's going to be tough. But my man Sam is getting there.
All right. Well, you can take Sam in both of those. I'm going to take Maynard, and I'm going to take Joshua Davis because I know those guys, and they're my boys. They're my boys.
Oh, they're great. I mean, we saw a drunk Josh Davis get a Chinese after arm dogs. Didn't stop talking.
Here, drunk Josh Davis has the ability to communicate in the English language at a level of negative 15%. It does not work. His skin in his face is too thick, and the language it becomes incomprehensible.
Wow. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, Jaggers versus Mindaugas Dulskis. I believe they're going left and right.
Couple of great white buffaloes. Locking horns, having a crack at each other.
Okay, so here's what I do know. Here's what I do know.
Is they need widescreen for that one. They'll need to push the camera back.
Way back. A lot of beef at the table. A lot of meat. Now, I really did not expect Austin to do what he did with Derek Smith on the right hand. All right.
Yes.
Did not expect that. I think for sure Austin will win the first rounds because Mindaugas in almost every match I've seen him in, Mindaugas shits the bed in round one. Shits the bed in round one. And then he's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm really strong.
Like, that's the time, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Brilliant.
So I think it will be, so Jaggers will come out strong early, and round two will tell us a lot more than round one will. That's my guess, because Mindaugas and his ability to get his shoulder and just like everything just goes in. So, oh my God, it's going to be tough for Jaggers, but Jaggers has a lot of weapons that are going to go around that move that Dulskis is so good at. So since I went against Jaggers, I'm going to go Jaggers wins left, but I am going to go Dulskis wins right.
Ooh, yeah. Interesting. Oh, Neil sent me the video.
I think it'll be good matches, all good matches, real hard fought. Maybe a flash at the beginning. I know it sounds unlikely, but it could happen.
Mindaugas Dulskis wins that one. I love ya.
Which hand? Both of them? Both hands?
I've never seen him really pull left hand, have I? The left hand will be closer than the right hand. And this is the video.
We're here at the Iron House. What do you think of these strokers? They're doing this show over here. These two bellends. Hey? Mind you,
look at those wankers.
Wank.
They won't let us on the show.
Some wankers just put a comment on fat wank. This wanker, yeah. Absolute stroker.
What on earth is a stroker? Like, what an absolute stroker. Stroker.
Oh, nice.
That's hilarious. What else have we got? Cracker of a match. Minda wins, though. Okay. Let's get a couple more, and then we'll get into some bold predictions. Whoever was in that video, John Terrian called me a wanker, so John loses. John the Savage Terrian will be now known as the Wet Fart. James Statham, I hope mid-match your battery runs out. Jody Williams, I hope your arm wrestling match tastes like dark chocolate, because that is terrible. So who else was in the video? I'm coming after you all.
For my part, I would just like to say, I hope you guys all have a great time, and I apologize for my partner being such a jackass.
No, such a stroker. Such a stroker. I tell you, look at these bell ends. Absolute stroker. You know. Everyone's having a good laugh. Oh, it's good though. Hey, the setup does look good though. The setup in there at the
I think it's the same
House.
place. Is it not the same place as Dark Card?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was, because it has that the little cubby little area where it sinks back in, and it's got the stone and whatnot. Looks like the
I
same
hope so,
place.
because that venue looked sick.
Yeah,
so
very nice
wish
venue.
them all the best. What are some big bad bold predictions? I said the strongman thing will fall out. We'll get a big YouTuber.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get $100,000. Have you got an eye on? Here we go. I predict a new star. This is where I was heading, pseudonym. Great minds think alike. Do you think that there'll be someone that will just rise? So like East versus West, Zurab has come out, Morozov, they're champions, but they've been more Hollywoodized.
Yeah.
As I, for some reason, do breaststroke.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Will
someone come out and do that? And it can be someone like that we know and the chat know, but something that someone that's half and half watching videos and not watching videos, but they go, "Whoa, who's that absolute monster?"
I think that's a great prediction. I think last year it was the concept of that happening was proven with Savage Search, right? So we kind of, and that's John the Savage Tarian, who is at Arm Wars right now. Now, the same thing can be done, right? We already know, as people who watch a lot of arm wrestling and talk a lot of arm wrestling, we know there are a ton of arm wrestlers out there who are awesome, who are exciting to watch, but for one reason or another, they don't have the setup, they don't have the time, they got to work, they're this, that, the other. I think one of the good things about this year, there's going to be so much tumultuousness behind the scenes, but it will provide a lot of opportunities for people. You look at John Tarian and where he was at this time last year compared to where he is now. I mean, John Tarian, I'm sure he's a better arm wrestler than last year, but he's, compared to his notoriety, he's skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you think the next star will come from North America?
Well, I certainly hope so. As a selfish guy who mostly covers North American, arm wrestlers, yes, I hope it does. But it could come from anywhere. Now that we have guys like Levon and Hermes who are speaking a lot more English, I think that is the barrier for a lot of those Eastern European guys. Is the English language. Speak English, and boom, you have an enormous amount of wallets that can open up to you.
Well, there we go. Robert's pick is Saganishvili.
Yeah. Is it?
We got another video.
Baco?
I don't know what it is. Baco, Polo. Hang on. James Statham just sent me a video. Share screen.
Live.
Yeah. Let's see what it is. Oh, I got no sound.
I went against Jagers. I'm going to go Jagers wins left, but I am going to go Belskis wins right.
Oh! We'll see.
I love it. Like I love it. We sit there and we make our predictions and things like that, and it's really cool. It's really cool that the guys are just hanging around and got us on in the background. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That's fun.
Which is good. That's a good prediction from Robert Gould with Baco
Saganishvili.
Bacho Libre. He'll just be known
Bacho.
to be.
Why isn't that a real pro wrestler name? Bacho Come on. And they just, they're terrible. Every move is a mess up. Amazing.
I'm there. Pseudonym, thank you very much with the super chat. He says the arm wrestling community can use GoFundMe in many ways. We can raise prize money. We can fund our own events. We can pay to upgrade plane tickets or hotel rooms for our favorite arm wrestlers. Just a thought.
Yeah.
It is, but we're getting to a stage, Pseudo, where I think we're going to the same well too many times, and I think we're going to run out. You know what I mean? Like, to do GoFundMes, fundraisers and things like that, they're trying to do technically they're trying to do GoFundMes by having pay-per-views. Pay for the pay-per-views, then we can cover all the expenses and we roll on to into the next one. So I don't know. I don't know about a GoFundMe.
Well, I mean, hey, anybody who wants to do a GoFundMe to do an awesome event that's going to pay me money, you just let me know where to sign up, and I will be happy to show up on your doorstep and provide any services you may need. Now, the money, how much of the problems that we're seeing now are money related?
104%. 104%.
Right?
Absolutely. Of course it is.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the number one topic at the moment? Live commentary.
Stealing money. Yeah.
And things like that. So of course it is. Yeah. It's I've got, of course, because we've got whether you have to pay your own way, so then that might limit a lot of athletes being able to travel, or if you get looked after, these guys have got to either find sponsors themselves, or the promoters look after them, therefore pressure on the promotions to sell pay-per-views. Yeah, I noticed a huge difference and frustration. There was a lot of celebrating, but there was a lot of frustration. And of course, I noticed it a bit more because it was a little bit about me, is when I went full time. People's perception of what this channel was doing.
Yeah.
There was frustration and hate and things like that. Yeah, I heard Derek made about $1,000 last night. I heard there was a bidding war. Nice. Which is good because I love Derek, and that's well deserved. Absolutely well deserved for Derek. I hope. I loved it. How can you hate Derek? But once that had happened, then people were okay. Now I'm going to do 1,000 live shows. Oh, my channel's more popular. Why is he getting booked? Or I'm a better arm wrestler. Why is he getting booked? And yeah,
how about okay, so I saw there's a lot of people talking about going to the well too much and these types of ideas. What about the wide array of the fact that there's pay-per-views that have 3 matches and pay-per-views that have 18 matches? Is that going to change this year? Is it going to get forced to be changed, or do we continue to see that?
They're interesting.
That's like that's the thing is like I think a lot of times I think the perception people have is that I'm very well thinking one way or the other, but really I just want to know where we're going to land, right?
Yeah.
What will hold? Where will the views go? Where will the clicks go? And why are they going there? And I'm just really interested to see, because that's part of it, right? Where those clicks and views go, but how many clicks and views there are is going to dictate how long we can see massive 18-match cards, right?
Yeah, because it's hard, because a lot of people can sit there. Like, some people are turned off by so many matches. And some people were really turned off by 3 matches. But once again, money.
So some people over here, some people over there. So it's like who has the bigger camp that's gonna be willing to pay the most money?
Yeah, like I've got. I think there's room for both. I think there's room. Like I do think that say let's just compare East versus West and King of the Table. I do believe King of the Table having 3 to 5 matches can sustain money and things like that. I just think we all need to broaden our horizons. And we've seen it East versus West with cards and shirts, and then we saw it at King of the Table with signed straps, and so the merch game is starting to build, which I think can really work. I really do. One thing that won't work from John Terrian, and thanks to all the Arm Wars guys watching, James Statham versus Aussie. Let me tell you exactly what would happen. I would end up getting a foul for taking my left hand off the peg because I would clean James Statham's glasses mid-match so he gets a better look of me whooping his ass. Simples. What else can I say? Would absolutely tear him apart. He's got a really good setup, though. Went to James's house. Really good setup.
Oh, yeah. He's got a sweet little location there.
Yeah, which is good. Mr. McPhee in the chat. He was our winner of the giveaway when we gave away the signed shirt. Mr. McPhee says, I'll pay for a GoFundMe to keep you boys doing pay-per-view lives. He doesn't care what England thinks. Pay-per-view lives do not take away from the athletes of the sport. Oh, well, you're preaching to the choir over here, but other people, not so much.
Appreciate it, McPhee. Very much appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. Aussie does more commentary for UFC plus more sports. Luch has been a member for a very long time. I'm updating the members list. And the problem was, I was like, yep, I'm going to do all the sports and it's going to be amazing. And then arm wrestling just exploded.
Right.
And it's like, I don't have the time.
No other time.
I don't really have the time. What else have we got? King of the Table in Vegas this year is a prediction from Captain Obvious. Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Love it.
I think with Larry doing well and living in LA, I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great prediction. Fresh as a Daisy says, King of the Table won't grow bigger and East versus West grows smaller. That's his prediction. It all just comes down to who is on your card. Like I can have a 25 match card with a whole heap of people from Australia and no one's going to buy the pay-per-view. My diehard usual suspects will try and help me out. But then you could have it, John, and you could have Devin versus Dennis and Levan versus Hermes in a rematch.
Yeah.
And you would sell 15,000 pay-per-views like that. My question is to everyone, speaking of pay-per-views, would dropping the price generate more sales?
Generate more sales? Probably yes. Generate more revenue? Questionable. I don't know.
Look at this, Jane. Look at Evilzilla loves the live chat more. I hope Brian Shaw sticks around.
Let me say this. James, read James's.
Yeah, I will break you, you stroker. You couldn't even break wind, mate. I've seen you arm wrestle. You couldn't knock out a wank. Like, hey, I saw you. You were like, oh, thanks for coming, Aussie. Would you like a cup of tea and a Kit Kat? And you struggle to break the Kit Kat in half. Come on now, James. Don't misinterpret how good you are at production value and put that on the table. You are filming the good arm wrestlers. You're not the good arm wrestler.
Yeah. Okay. So back to this whole
Love you, James.
live commentary issue. I gave the answer to everyone already last year, I gave them the answer. I'm like, do your own live commentary, give your fans and viewers a place to come and talk, because then live commentaries like ours become much less relevant. Okay. That's all they have to do. And the whole thing, we would keep on doing our thing, but it wouldn't like the people are going to want to go where the most people are. People are going to come to see us that just like us, right? And that's fine because we do it because we enjoy doing it. I like to do commentary. But if Engen would get his head out of his ass for 2 seconds and just go through that process and work smarter instead of harder, it would all go away. It would all go away.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 15 US for a pay-per-view, or 16 US. 15 or 16.
Yeah, because it's usually like 18 something with tax Canadian.
Yeah, so if you want to enlarge the audience, you have to drop the price. Interesting. Yeah, it's well that's what I mean. Like yesterday, just quickly touching on live commentary, I said, all right, like willing to go, all right, well, what if I just have live reactions and we don't do the play-by-play? A lot of people are like, oh, it's the play-by-play.
Yeah.
But what if we just sit there and go, wow, what a round. Hey, what do you guys think of that in the chat?
I can tell you what's going to happen. They will take the goalposts, they will pick the goalposts up, and they will move the goalposts in order to make us look like bad guys again. That's what'll happen.
Oh, well. Yeah. Well, we'll work something out. What other big bad? Well, later on this year, John Brithing's pulling Todd Hutchins.
Yeah, where is this? Is that Monster Factory?
No, Magda's event.
Oh, the We the North stuff. Yeah. That's massive. We gotta make sure Magda gets some better video infrastructure going on. We cannot have that match.
You like Zoom.
On Zoom.
A delayed Zoom call. And you're watching the person monitoring through with the mouse, pressing the play button. No,
the original time traveling pay per view. The original time traveler pay per view.
Yeah, Chanshaw was the original pirate streamer.
Oh man,
I probably should stop saying that. I like Chance. I need to reply to his dad as well. His dad messaged me.
Even Gay says, Uncle John, the last king of the table was $24.96. Where do you live? Even Canadian, he says. $24.96. I don't think I paid that much. Maybe our Trudeau is really harming our bottom line here.
Yeah, interesting. Just try. So John versus Todd. Who do you think wins that one?
John versus Todd. I am going to go strongly in John Brzezink's corner on this one. Maybe not a sweeper, but a good match that John Brzezinck wins in the end.
I was big on like maybe Todd gets this one, but
yeah?
I was, but John, hold your horses.
Held.
Wait. No, I think I don't think John's pulling until then.
Oh, and what is the date on that? Do we know?
Late August.
August. So
because I want Magda to team with Marcus and go halves on the plane ticket.
Right.
And then I can fly to Canada. Is that anywhere near your house?
Where is hers? Is in Toronto?
I don't know.
Well, if it's in Toronto, like I would, it's a 1 2-hour flight away. So I'd figure out a way to make it happen, and then we could do a whole thing because it's 1 week. You're hoping that it's back-to-back weeks, right?
Well, yeah. If Arm Gods is mid-September, then that would just be a 2-week trip. But we commentate that. And then, do content every day, go around Canada, pull with everyone and then go to Arm Gods. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, I think it would be great too. I'm very up on that.
Let's do a poll. Let's get a poll for these guys for the John. Who wins? The old who wins polls. Hey guys, also we've got an auction coming for Maximum Bang Monday. Ron Barth, Pavlo Derbedenyev, Tobias Barong's going to be on the channel, so stick around for that.
Nice.
Not stick around today, but this week. Oh, and we're also going to announce the dates for the 24-hour, maybe 25-hour live stream. As we asked the community. All righty, let me.
Oh, I got to vote.
Silky Wilkie's in the chat, and he says he shoots, he scores. Wait, hold up, picks up the post. Oh, no, you missed my friend. That's what it was like living in Victoria.
Silky Wilkie.
Do any of you guys think a particular match will happen that we haven't had? Do you think it will happen this year? Do we get, but you can't pick Levan versus Dennis or Dennis versus Devin?
Yeah, those two are obviously the likely go-tos for most people. I'll tell you who I'd like to see. I mean, we're going to see him left-handed versus one of your upcoming guests, Tobias Sperong, but I would like to see more Vitali.
Yes,
because he doesn't have a right-handed match, right, at East versus West. So I would like to see him come back because he gave us a beautiful match.
Yeah, he almost fell on me afterwards.
Yeah, right? I mean, beautiful match against Dave Chafee. And I want to see him going again. I really do.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the last two King of Tables, two athletes have been on oxygen.
Yeah. Hey, they go to the end. They go to the line.
And it's a big place, so it's very, very interesting. I'll tell you who I would love to see have a match just on pure passion alone. Issa, Hermes' mate from Omega Equipment. I want to see him have a match.
Oh, he would go nuts, dude. Does he actually arm wrestle? Does he know how to arm wrestle? Like, what's his status?
Can people from Arm Wars go away? I'm beating James Statham. Stop infiltrating our show with your nonsense, Mika. Mika, I love you. And I was very excited that you finally got over to Arm Wars to show off your talent. But now you've gone and pissed me off, haven't you, buddy? You've gone and annoyed me.
Book it, Neil. Book it, Neil. Book it.
That's ridiculous. Jeez, here I am, like, so excited. No, but to be fair, Mika, in all seriousness, hope you absolutely have a killer Arm Wars tour and can't wait to see all the matches for all the guys that are there. Mika, Sam, Jody, Austin, John, Minder, James Wall, Josh Davis. Who else is there? Frodo Haugland.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is pulling there? Is Coach Ray pulling there?
I don't think Coach Ray is pulling this.
No, because I think he's doing the Riga Open. Yeah, and whoever else is there, hope you absolutely smash it. What's up, Roy Baker? Ooh, this is a huge possibility.
Yeah.
Voda might come on the show.
No kidding.
So, saw a picture of Dadakan, Bubkin, and Voda.
Yeah.
And then slid in Bubkin's DMs and said, hey, would love, for you and Voda to come on the show, have a chat. And he said, once they start getting matches ready, they're negotiating matches. I'm paraphrasing. Call your jets before you clip it and release it all.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Okay. I would love to see Alexi versus John, but you know what I'd also like to see? Alexi versus Travis.
Yes. And that silly video where they've got the bandanas, the do-rags.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Now here's a prediction. Not a prediction, a question for everyone in the chat. Will we see Travis on the table?
Yeah, but will the real question is this: will we see the real Travis on the table?
Yeah.
Because the last few times we've seen him has not been the real Travis. Okay. Like, I don't know, maybe now that his kid, like, did his kid get picked up by a team, or like I saw him doing all sorts of
draft hasn't happened yet. The draft.
Okay, when does that happen? When does that happen?
Let me have a look. NFL draft.
When if the NFL draft happens and his kid gets drafted to the NFL, one of two things is going to happen. Either, which would be the great thing, would be he will be released and he will be happy because his kid is going to go make $1 gazillion as a pro football player, and then he'll come back, right? Then he'll be able to do it. Or he's going to go totally crazy NFL. He'll probably get some kind of commentary job to do with wherever his son is going, and we'll never see him again.
I think that one.
The latter. The one that makes him money.
Yeah. Thursday, the 27th of April to Saturday, the 29th of April.
Okay. All right. So like a month and a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Snooky Wilkie, for the super chat. He wants to see Alex East versus Corey West, refereed by Gary North, and
Bruce South,
refereed by the Mouth of the South. Vitali versus Jerry.
Vitali versus Jerry. Do you think that ends up exactly like Jerry versus Georgie? Like, Vitali's got that same giant top. I mean, it's not the same giant top roll, but he's got a giant top roll, and Jerry's going to go inside.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we? I don't know about that match. It could be tremendously, but like I thought the Jerry versus Georgie match was awful, terrible.
Yeah, I know you didn't like
from a viewing perspective, it was so bad, and I don't want to see it again. But I'm not sure if that's the way it would go or not.
X Monster, I think Morozov destroys Vitali. He just deadlifted 300 kilos.
Yeah, well, deadlifts, I mean, have direct correlation to table power. I know that for sure.
Okay, he's just all about strength.
I read that on Reddit one time.
Mick is just saying, yeah, we've been getting videos. It's been actually pretty cool. John just sent me a private message. He says, I hope the Arm Wars guys turn off the TV because they are nothing without me there.
Well, I mean, it is true. It is true. Is it really Arm Wars? Is it really Arm Wars without Uncle Jon? Look,
tuning in?
John Terrian says, Uncle Jon, Mika just said that he would have wrecked you, destroyed you, smashed you into pieces if you were here.
Oh, hey, they've all got the big licks, don't they, when we're not there? Hey,
Mika, you are so lucky I'm not there, because I would make you a warm cup of tea. I would make sure you're comfortable. I would tuck you in. And then once you're just on your way to Sleepy Town, I'd send in Tobias.
There you go. It is on. It is on. Buddy Cop Robert is in the chat. What event were you from, Buddy Cop Robert? We didn't know his name.
Right.
We were commentating and we didn't know his name. And I kept calling him Buddy Cop Robert. But that's not his name. Can you remind me, Alex, what event that was? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm way behind in the chat. So people are predicting the 6th and 7th round in the draft, which is pretty cool for for Travis's son.
So is that in like the grand scheme of things? Like, is that good?
He's an Australian. Yes. Now I remember. Now I remember when I went there for their big tournament, Buddy Cop. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, my man.
There's people that
Sorry,
know
what were you
football.
saying?
Is that good? Like 6th, 7th round? Like obviously first round draft pick, like that's what you want to be. But how many rounds is there? Like 50?
Nah, there's 9 rounds in the draft. I
9
think it's
rounds.
9.
Okay. And how many? What is it? Like 16 or 32 in each round?
How many rounds in the NFL?
7
draft?
rounds.
Because they've got 7 rounds.
And how many people get picked around?
How many per?
RJ Harold says it's good when you consider it's like 0.001. Yeah, obviously he's an amazing athlete, but is it like he's like obviously he's not, he could be the next big thing, but he's not perceived that way now. But how good is he perceived to be?
Yeah, so 32 each round plus comp picks. And if you're the very last person picked, you get the nickname Mr. Irrelevant for the year.
Hey. Oh, Alex McDonald says like a backup QB. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So in hopes someone gets injured and he gets his stuff. But hey, he got drafted to the NFL.
That's
so
awesome,
I wish
dude.
him all
That's
the best.
awesome. That's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. 230 people out of,
So
thousands
okay.
that want to do it.
So on this arm wrestling show, let me ask another football question. If he goes in as a backup QB, what's the likelihood that he rises is that a common thing where people will come in as a backup QB and then come up and become the head QB? Or is it like, well, you're always going to be about this good and you're just not elite enough?
Well, it just depends, really, because sometimes people get injured and then they're like, holy shit, we had this superstar on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know.
Meh.
I mean, the greatest NFL player of all time, I think, went in the 5th or 6th round.
Who's that?
Tom Brady.
There
So
you go.
Yeah, they were just like, he was unfit, he was terrible, his body shape, blah, 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 and became the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, Even Gay says Tom Brady was picked number 199.
There you go.
Boom.
And he just get him to the XFL.
Right.
With The Rock.
I'd prefer to be in the XFL.
But guys, all right, enough NFL talk. We'll do that. Let's get some predictions. I want enough with the matches. I want some bold predictions.
Yeah, give us
and more
give
likes.
us to it.
And more of them.
Right in the guts.
More likes, please. Give us some bold predictions. Bold predictions. So it's like, and whilst that, I'm just going to check a. Geez, my messages have gone. Oh no, that's about trans athletes. Wrong group. What's this one?
Your We Love Trans Athletes group.
Yeah, because here in Australia, if you've gone through puberty, you can't go in athletics.
I heard that now they just passed a thing where in weightlifting competitions, you have to allow trans people to pull in the States or something like that. I didn't get the whole scoop out of it, so I may be grossly incorrect, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
There you go. Now I'm upsetting people saying that I'm upsetting Roy Baker, saying Tom Brady is not the greatest of all time. Sorry, mate.
Roy, Tom Brady was way better before he went to WWE, so just remember that.
Who's Robin?
Robin versus Jake the Snake Roberts.
There you go. They're brother and sister.
Really? In real life?
Yeah. We'll host East versus West Nines, a bold prediction. There you go. I'm just trying to think what are some other. Did I write any down? No. Do you think that it sounds so negative, but do you think any promotions will slow down or cease to you don't have to say what name, but do you think any of them will just go, nah?
I think there's a possibility that the rug gets pulled out of a couple, right?
Yeah.
I do think that is a distinct possibility. I don't think it's very likely for 2023. I think everybody's going well. I think we're all still on an upward trajectory, but we haven't found critical mass yet. And as soon I do think we find critical mass this year, and then we'll have like 6 months to 12 months after critical mass where shit's going to be falling apart and like the Death Star's blowing up. And oh my God, it's good. Cats and dogs living together. Bad times.
Oh, Jesus.
Bad times, dude. It's coming. It's coming. I could smell it. Smell it on the horizon.
Yeah, you did say that. I'm just trying to think, guys, if you were to predict like my prediction earlier about a YouTuber coming in, we just somehow land a YouTuber, because I'm seeing it like, can you beat my grandpa in arm wrestling and things like that?
Yeah.
Can we do we think we can convert one of these big time YouTubers over? And if so, who is it?
I think the problem that we run into, I'm not saying it's not overcomable. It is possible to overcome it. But
you're not that clever, are you?
It's the price. It is the price that everyone has to pay to become a decent arm wrestler, right?
Yeah.
You must pay the price. There is no skipping the price. And it doesn't really matter who you are or what you've done in the past. Some people do it a little easier than others, but that's the big problem. And so the question really is, who is a YouTuber that is big like that and is also willing to pay the price? Or at the very least is interested enough in the long term to stick with it. Because I think there's a lot of people in it now that are in it, but maybe if the wind changes a different direction, maybe they won't be in it. And then maybe there's lots of houses of cards that are built on the backs of those turtles. That's my assumption, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, everyone's assuming that are sitting there in the Arm Wars Iron House that they're all whooping you. Everyone's now claiming that they're whooping you.
Look, these guys don't know what it's like. These guys don't know what it's like. I go way back, guys. I go back to Reality Check. I have been down the road. I have been up the hall. I have shared bed with Maynard Nentjes, ladies and gentlemen. I have shared bed with Frode Haugeland, ladies and gentlemen. I have wined and dined. Not 69, but who knows? But I'll tell you what. I hope you guys have a great time. Because next time Arm Wars Iron House comes around, there's going to be another big unit moving on in. And his name's Uncle Jon, and he's the CEO of HDI, and that is Huge Dongs Incorporated. So make a little extra room next time, Neil. Get the addition, get the bigger house, because I need somewhere to store this beast if I'm going to do my best work.
Speaking of beast, if we landed Mr. Beast in arm wrestling, we'd all be rich.
Yeah.
We'd all be rich. He's got hundreds of millions of subscribers, I believe. I watch every one of his videos. He's awesome.
Really? I've never watched a Mr. Beast video. I've only seen like clips.
Oh, his videos are so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Dude just like hires out a football stadium and plays hide and seek with his mates.
Wow.
And like his last video, he hired an assassin. And an assassin's got like 12 hours to find him. And he puts all these traps and runs over his car with a tank, like a real tank. He's the man.
Nice.
He's the man. What else have we got? Everyone's saying Mitchell Hooper and Brian Shaw. I mean, that would be cool if we got them.
I mean, the YouTubers that I want in the community is all of them. All of them that want to arm wrestle, right? If you want to arm wrestle, come on in, boys. I mean, for how long did we for basically for the past 3 years, you and I have been yelling and yelling and yelling, guys, get your social media presence going. Guys, get on YouTube. Guys, do live streams. And just now, people are really starting to figure that out, right? They really are starting to understand and accept it.
That's right. That's right. It's going to be brilliant. God, we'll probably go for another 5 or so minutes. Letting you know, I'm auctioning off another one of these ones after the success. So number 3 of 5 will be auctioned off at Maximum Bang Monday. Also, the date for the 25-hour podcast, the official dates and times for that one. And of course, I'm going to have a lot of guests, worldwide guests later on. Start of next week. I would love Alex Jones to be
we do have a value on that card, right? The actual value of the card has been determined.
Yeah, well, this one, yep, that's number 2 of 5. That one sold for $1,500 US.
Boom!
The most expensive arm wrestling card in history.
In
my understanding. Yes, Stizzy, 25-hour podcast because I did a 24-hour podcast last year. But don't get too excited. If I do a podcast every year, I won't be going an extra hour every time because that's just ridiculous. And I tell you, at times, they suck.
Yeah, it's brutal at like 3 a.m. and like nobody's on or whatever time it is for you when there's like everybody else in the world is sleeping. Oh, all you got is Roy Baker there to try to keep you awake. Jesus, Lord Almighty.
Yeah. All right. So quick predictions. There's 3 matches announced from AWE.
Yeah.
So we've had Ryan Bowen versus Artem, Lachlan Adair versus Jordan Sill, and officially announced is Jamie Barrett versus the Arm Wrestling Whisperer.
Nice. Good matches. I think if they all come to fruition, it'll be really nice. It'll be very, very nice.
Doesn't continue.
Yeah. Artem versus Bowen. I am looking forward to it. I think that this will be the closest match Ryan has had in a long time, right? Ryan has a tendency lately to either get whacked or win quite convincingly. So I do think this one will be close. I think Artem is pushing very, 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 very hard. I think his gains over the last year are probably on par with as good as you can do, like the limit of the human condition, possibly. So very strong Artem coming to Australia as long as the curse doesn't get him.
Yes. And with the amount of extracurricular activities he's been taking, I wish him all the best. I think that's a pretty even matchup. I think Lachlan runs through Jordan Sillington.
Mm-hmm. That's a right-handed match.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. I think Jordan's left is still hurt, but yeah, I would be if Jordan could pull that out. I mean, Jordan has wins on Ron Bath. I mean, it's not like he's a bum. He's not a scrub.
He's definitely not a bum. Definitely not a bum.
I would say the favorite is Lachlan. Jordan does have a chance.
And then Jamie Barrett versus the Arm Wrestling Whisperer. Etienne, nice. Is that his first name? Etienne,
yep.
Etienne?
Yep. Etienne.
They went head-to-head a few times in a tournament, and I think Arm Wrestling Whisperer got the best of it, but Jamie has got pins.
Yeah.
So that'll be really interesting. So, the question is, why isn't Sill pulling Bowen? Well, the match with Artem was already booked, and Ryan owed Jordan a flight to Australia from last year. So he said, why don't you pull Lachlan? Come over, silly man. Artem drinking that special potion. Easy win for Lachlan. Jordan lost in Louisiana super match last year. Yeah, Jordan was like a hot topic at one stage and then just stopped.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Jordan Sale's a guy that has always performed very, very highly, been in WAL, hasn't done a ton of traveling in this new modern era of arm wrestling, but very, very good, very accomplished, has good wins, but seems to sometimes be a little here and a little there.
Yeah. And it's hard, like when it's you got families and full time, and you got to work and you got to pay bills. So sometimes, things get in the way. We all can't just sit here for an hour and a half and do podcasts every day like you and I, John. So we're pretty lucky, but we got I just ate a bag of potato chips and a tub of ice cream. I can take on LeVar now. There you go.
Mega beef.
It is awesome. What's going on for your weekend, John? I have the Victorian State Championships tomorrow, which will be live on the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel, I believe. Mm-hmm. I'll be doing the commentating there, and I'll probably jump on and do some after pool.
Nice.
I was going to enter, but then I thought, I'll do some after pool and maybe get some footage for everyone. What's on the cards for you?
I got a down week. We do have a local tournament. What's about 2 hours away, but I was unable to. I can't go to that, so I'll be at home. I'm going to do some relaxing. I'm going to make some clickbait content for everyone, and I'll probably be tuning in and chilling out and watching some Arm Wars.
Yes, I'll be doing some Arm Wars, and hopefully, if I stop being lazy and make the video. I've got a very awesome WAF announcement. I never talk about WAF. Every time I talk about WAF, I always get messages. Take the video down. It's like, no. So this one, I will be left alone, and I'm using it as a test, Uncle John.
A test of our friendship?
No.
Oh, well,
no,
maybe
I'm making this video for a private conspiracy.
Oh, a private conspiracies are big in arm wrestling right now.
And a lot of them are true. So it'll be really, really interesting to see. But
when is this happening?
When is what happening?
The secret video.
I just got to bloody stop being lazy and I just got to make it.
Well, get it. Now you've primed us. Now I want to see it.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. I may have a bigger smile than usual when I make this video. What else have we got? Has anyone got any? Here's another one from Mr. Peanut. WAF events will appear on the Olympic channel as we enter next year. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Because that would be very cool. Darren just ate a bag of potato chips and a tub of ice cream. He can take on LeVar. Dave does pull, the announcer guy from AWE, Dave Stockbridge, co-owner. He's a really good guy. Really good guy. Got a lot of time for him. He does pull, which is good. He's fell in bait clickers. Beware, says Mr. Peanut. It's going to be cool. Hey guys, thanks for joining. We don't usually go live today, but thanks for everyone jumping in and having a laugh. Big things happening on both of our channels. It's going to be huge. I got some announcements after announcements after announcements. But next week, Tobias Sparong, which will be before when the fix is usually on, and then Tuesday night your guys' time before. Tuesday night your time before Beers with Bad Company. I'll have Ron Barth and Pavlo Durbadenyev. We'll try and boost up the Monster Factory main event. Auction for Maximum Bang Monday and the announcement for the 25-hour live stream. I actually feel a bit queasy in the stomach knowing that I'm going to be sitting here. Like right now, we've gone for an hour and a half. like the fact that there would be still 23 and a half hours to go would just be something else. But Silky Wilkie, just dropping a bomb before we wrap up the show. Says, you take on strap arm wrestling. Before the go, the refs... Silky Wilkie always has some weird shit. I love him. The ref covers the eyes so the athletes can't bitch about the strap. Then Reddy goes and removes the blinders. Any running fouls mean the blindfold is applied again mid-match.
The reapplication of the blindfold is the best.
Wow.
Is it just a hood? It's like a sack that comes down over the guy's head.
Yeah. Yeah, like you've been kidnapped or something. Silky Wilkie, look. At this stage, I wouldn't be against it. I mean, you turn on ESPN and we've got when you're on ESPN and we've got cornhole and juggling dodgeball and getting TV coverage. I will try anything. Anything.
Do you think I should? Do you think I should do this?
Yes. Yes. If
I can't do it properly right now.
because a ball sack would fit right nicely in between that
Right in
horrendous
there,
wall.
right.
Speaking of beards,
I could gel it.
how awesome is it that Ryan Bowen got a bearded struggle sponsorship?
The beard struggle. That's hilarious. Oh.
That is awesome. Oh, is that actually happening? That wasn't a prediction. Is that actually happening?
Yeah.
I hope it is. I really hope it is. I really do. I promise, as I'm sitting here, I really hope. I really hope. That would be amazing. Ah, wow. I better make this video.
Yeah, right. Hurry up.
I better make this video. I'll have to do it after lunch. That's for sure. I'll have to do it after lunch. But really appreciate all you Dead Set legends in the chat. We'll wrap it up there. I'll see you guys. I don't think I'll be... I'll be on the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel tomorrow. I'll share the link. And then I will see you with Tobias Sperong on Sunday night, which is Monday morning my time. So that'll be a bit of fun. We'll talk about his match with Vitali, who he wants to pull on the right arm. Have a bit of fun with that one. Maximum Bang Monday is going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun show. And then we've got Ron Barth and Pavlo Derbedenyev. Good old Ron Bubble Bath, who is going to choke me. So nice of John to say that he will do the whole...
Hey. We're good friends. Sometimes lovers. But 24 hours is a long time.
So it's 25. I just wanted to break my record for last year because I went for like 24 and a half. And then I don't want any confusion. I want, because this will be my third record I kind of break this year.
Yeah.
If I do it. Well, the first one's not really a record, but I believe, and people can prove me wrong, that this year I'm the most active arm wrestling commentator.
Gotta be.
3 international trips in 3 months and another 4 booked, as well as going around Australia. I've got the highest paid arm wrestling trading card.
Right.
And then the longest ever arm wrestling podcast.
Not bad. Not bad,
So,
man.
2 world records and a nice stat.
I like it.
Sorry. I've read a comment and I've lost it. I've read a comment and I've lost it.
Whose was it?
I can't say.
Oh no. Send
Send
me a private.
Oh no! I've
Oh
lost
no! Oh no! I think I just saw it.
it. Was that the one?
That was the one. That was the one. Well, somebody out there is giving us the old chuckle.
Thank you very much, Silky, for all your super chats. Thank you, Mr. McPhee. Thank you, everyone, for super chats. Thank you all for joining us and having a lot of fun. I've got to stop reading it. I love you too, Schmo.
Oh, what a
Love
guy,
you
that
all.
Schmo. What a guy.
Tuning in, Arm Gods, tuning in Australian Arm Wrestling Federation. Please go back and watch all of our videos. Get Uncle Jon and I in the algorithm. Reward us with our hard work. Love you all so much. We are out of here. Wait. I need to check something. Oh, Silky Wilkie just gave out 20 memberships.
20 memberships? My God, man.
So I'll have to, yeah. So if you want a membership, guys, when these things happen, what you have to do is you click on Silky Wilkie's thing and you press that your channel allows gifts underneath. See how it says allows gifts? So if you're ever wondering when these memberships, thank you, Silky, when all of these happens, go press that button and you'll probably get a membership. So people are talking about someone's channel going.
Yeah, I thought it was something to do with Leo's death or something. I don't know too much about it. I didn't really follow. I know Artem was good friends with him, or at least online friends with him. But yeah, hopefully it was no underhanded work.
There you go. Yes, that's a topic that I'm not really going to.
Nope.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. We're out of here. I'm done. I love you all. Take care, and we'll see you guys real soon.